Had gone 5-0. Tatum gets injured. They lose to France, then they lose to Serbia. And Greg Popovich is awfully glad to have Jason Tatum one more time.
Exactly. They expected him to be the go-to scorer at the end of the Olympics when they got to the knockout round. He hurt his ankle. And he is excited being back. And as you mentioned earlier, he is becoming quickly one of the great young players in the NBA.
Yeah, he is the youngest member of Team USA, but when you think about tying Larry Bird's all-time scoring record with his 60 against San Antonio, anytime you're in a sentence as a Celtic with Larry Bird, that's usually a good thing.
And when you're 22 years old, it makes it even better if you're a Celtics fan.
So a minute 15 remaining in the first half.
Hey, by the way, congrats to Ime Udoka, new Celtics coach, who, by the way, is Nigerian.
And a former assistant under Greg Popovich.
That's exactly right. Yep.
So out of the timeout, Nwamu able to hit that. And so Mike Brown, he has got to be so thrilled with this first half.
This kid Nwamu played in Russia last year.
And put the size of Okpala on Lillard. And now here is Tatum to go against Nwamu.
Yeah, they're impressive.
It's an 11-2 Nigeria run, and Tatum, like a lot of veterans, will get to the line to try to slow that run.
This kid played in Samara last year, which, believe me, is nowhere near Moscow. But they pay well.
Well,
and Mike Brown likes it.
Ike Nwamu, you're talking about Cleveland State, Mercer, a year here at UNLV, Westchester Country Day High School in High Point, North Carolina, the Sioux Falls Skyforce, the Heat Summer League team, and the Fort Wayne Mad Ants.
And that's why he could go to Russia and be okay.
So Jason Tatum. Now, do you see similarities with Tatum and Durant?
Yes, because I think Kevin is the better athlete of the two, and he's longer. But what I love about Jason Tatum from the day he got into the league and really the day he came out of high school, he's so fundamentally sound offensively.
I just think small forwards, if you were describing or building one in a lab, I mean, you'd get Durant first and Tatum would be a close second.
I would agree with that.
Although you might go with that LeBron James guy, whatever position you want to call that.
He doesn't have a position.
Durant off front iron. And then Vincent is fouled in the backcourt. Yeah, for LeBron, I don't know if he's done with the Olympics, but he was awfully good for Team USA in many other iterations. You get a timeout with 19.3. So the United States lead at 3. The final possession of the first half who's coming up next.
It's the places, the commitment, and the journey.
We have one more year than expected.
When we represent,
it's not just one of us we're playing for. It's all of us. Together.
Player injured heading into the Olympics. You're less than 2 weeks away from being in Tokyo.
Exactly. And great to see him back out there. 7th leading scorer in the league this year. By the way, trying to become the 4th Chicago Bull to win a gold medal. Some guy named MJ did it.
That Jordan guy?
Yeah, Pippen and Jimmy Butler in the Rio Olympics.
So Gabe Vincent dropping in the free throw. And this was the play. Watch his left ankle on the land right there. And the tweak, but I don't know if he got full weight on it. And they tested it out. They bring it back to the bench. But I think it's a really good sign. So the free throws, 1 out of 2. And shot clock off. The United States will play for the final possession here. Bradley Beal on the show and go. Beal with a tough lefty flip. And Nigeria once again with a stop. highly competitive, and now Beal just taking an assessment of all the limbs and body parts as he gets up. But for Mike Brown, what a first half for Nigeria, and for the United States, flashes as well. And this is exactly what both coaching staffs would want.
Yeah, exactly. Pop's just playing guys, figuring things out, nothing really urgent. But on the Nigeria side, Mike Brown has got to absolutely love the energy and effort and the way they push the basketball.
But Jason Tatum was nice enough to stop and his 9 points in the first half. And Jason, give us an idea of what that first half felt like. A lot of transition, very high energy.
There's a lot going on. First game, it's our first game playing together, trying to get a rhythm, trying to get a feel for the game, for each other, trying to, get in the flow, get in shape. So we try and figure a lot of things out.
Hey, Jason, you had a taste of this at 19 before you got injured. Can you tell if there's a difference from a physicality standpoint with the rules, NBA and FIBA?
Yeah, it's a lot different. The way the game is officiated, the rules, you can stay in the paint on defense, knock the ball off the rim, all things that we have to pay attention to and just help each other out. If you see somebody doing something, you just try to help them out because we all learn at the same time.
Well, you had 11 in the first half. You could score in any country, anywhere. It's not going to matter.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate you stopping, Jason. Thanks. All right, Jason Tatum with us. We're going to talk to Jerry Colangelo, the managing director of USA Basketball, at halftime here in Vegas. Highly competitive with the United States lead a deuce as we hit the break, and a really entertaining game, but Nigeria showing very well.
Nice.
And there is Adebayo rolling and a beautiful feed inside. And Nwambu will set up Gabe Vincent, and he drops that in. And Precious Achua. Here's Okogie with the shot clock at 10. Josh Okogie hanging, firing, and dropping it in. And Durant with the fadeaway elbow jumper. You cannot. You just hope he misses. You're not going to defend that.
Love Gabe Vincent, the way he's improved over time. G League, coming off injuries.
A near turnover. Tatum recovered it. Tatum, 4 of 9. 3 threes. And Okogie all the way to the iron to flip it home.
Oh, yeah, he is a lot of people in that USA training camp are anxious to see him.
Damian Lillard dropping in the 3 in the NBA for multiple years. Caleb Agata, like you said, you're scoring in a high-level international league.
League Player of the Year.
So Tatum with an ISO. Udo didn't come, and they will flip it up and in and count the basket.
Few guys out here that can go for 50 on this USA team.
That's for sure. Beautiful drive and finish. And
How
right
about
now,
this guy?
I tell you, Caleb Agata. Mike Brown's look.
It's great to see a kid that can come out of nowhere like this.
Levine had the big Udo switched on him and took him right to the bucket.
I'll say this, Bob. I think Levine and Jeremy Grant.
Because Benajay is certainly capable.
Well, they look the part. I'm impressed with them. Mike Brown's done a really good job.
Zach Levine. Is it different 23-9 versus 21? No different than the 48-minute NBA game. Lillard from deep.
Too easy.
Hey, you can cross the international date line.
Credit those guys. Skill level is high.
Gabe Vincent.
Nice.
Beautiful pass to Nwambu.
Yep.
The draw and kick. And you talk about
It's not just the colors, or the letters, or the medals.
It's the places, the commitment, and the journey.
We have one more year than expected.
When we represent,
It's not just one of us we're playing for. It's all of us.
Together.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Plum, and I'm from Poway, California.
Plum crossed her, and she sauced her.
When I put on the jersey, first of all, I think I represent, obviously, the U.S., you know. It's a lot bigger than just me. It's really about the name on the front, not the back. I represent young girls out there that want to be me someday. So I think that there's a lot of groups that I try to put forth that effort and intensity and the performance level. So, you know, I try to make them proud.
Hi, I'm Alicia Gray, and I'm from Centerville, Georgia.
Great. She got it off safety.
Centerville's a real small town, so almost everybody knows like everybody.
They just saw Great. She's a blur. Nice hezzy. Better defense.
I'm really like a role model, especially like female-wise. I'm the first WNBA player from my hometown, so I just set an example to all like the younger generation. I would say, like, most importantly, I'm representing my mom and my dad. Just seeing them sacrifice so much for me when they could be doing something else, but they was able to cater to my needs. So most importantly, I really play for my parents because they just sacrificed so much for me.
Damian Lillard.
Nice.
And there is Adebayo rolling and a beautiful feed inside. And Wambu will set up Gabe Vincent, and he drops that in. And Precious Achiuwa. Here's Okogie with the shot clock at 10. Josh Okogie hanging, firing, and dropping it in. And the Durant with the fadeaway elbow jumper. You just hope he misses. You're not going to defend that.
Love Gabe Vincent, the way he's improved over time. G League, coming off injuries.
The near turnover. Tatum recovered.
Shoot it.
Tatum,
Yes.
4 of 9. 3 threes. Nakogi all the way to the iron to flip it home.
He is a lot of people in that USA training camp are anxious to see him.
Damian Lillard dropping in the 3 in the NBA for multiple years. Caleb Agata.
Yep.
Like you said, you're scoring in a high-level international league.
League Player of the Year.
So Tatum with an ISO. Udo didn't come, and they will flip it up and in and count the basket.
Few guys out here that can go for 50 on this USA team.
That's for sure. Beautiful drive and finish. And
How
right
about
now,
this guy?
I tell you, Caleb Agata. And Mike Brown's look.
It's great to see a kid that can come out of nowhere like this.
Levine had the big Udo switched on him and took him right to the bucket.
I'll say this, Bob. I think Levine and Jeremy Grant.
Because Benajay is certainly capable.
Well, they look the part. I'm impressed with them. Mike Brown's done a really good job.
Zach Levine. Is it different 23-9 versus 21? No different than the 48-minute NBA game. Lillard from deep.
Too easy.
Hey, you can cross the international date line.
Credit those guys. Skill level is high.
Gabe Vincent.
Nice.
Beautiful pass to Noamu.
Yep.
The draw and kick. And you talk about At halftime, as we get ready for the second half, and Fran Fraschilla said at the beginning of the game he thought Nigeria would play well based on their pregame. How did you just extrapolate that?
They looked like, you got a former NBA Coach of the Year, Mike Brown. You've done 10,000 NBA games, not that many, but close. And when we watched the warm-up, they looked like a professional organization. Everything was to the T. That impressed me, and they played with that kind of confidence in the first half.
For the U.S., it looked like guys wanted to defer maybe a little too much because they're just feeling each other out.
They're all superstars on their own teams, and this feeling out process will continue this week in Las Vegas.
I think for both coaches, they're going to appreciate that it's a high-level game because you get the most out of that. If it was ragtag or a lot of fouls, and I thought both teams would be pleased with some good stretches of play.
Oh, without a question. Mike Brown's got to be ecstatic, but now can they give it 20 more minutes of the same level of play?
Jason Tatum Adebayo with Kevin Durant, Bradley Beal, and Damian Lillard for the United States. This is KD. This is the three there, but Adebayo another opportunity. And Idris Adebayo, but you could call him Bam, as he acquired that name as a child.
Was it his mother like the Flintstones, right?
It absolutely is true.
Bam Bam. Well,
Little did she know that Idris would grow up to be an incredibly large, skilled, incredibly athletic person at 6'9", 255. But did you see at Kentucky this all-around skill level for him translating to the NBA?
I did. And the reason is John Calipari did a great job with this kid. He taught him to play the game, the effort defensively, the rebounding, the running the floor. And later on in his 1 year at Kentucky, he started to do those things. And the same thing's happening in Miami. Eric Spoelstra made him a defensive player, a rim runner, and now they're making him into a playmaking big, which I love.
Gabe Vincent, Ike Nwamu, with Josh Okogie, Precious Achua, and KZ Okpala for Nigeria to begin the half. And Nwamu missing off iron there. The defensive Durant right there, that shows you the two-way play you need in international ball. Kevin's extra effort forced that miss, and that'll get Tatum to the line. Is that people think it's all about scoring. If you want to lead and you want to win another gold medal, you've got to be that kind of two-way player. That extra effort was amazing because initially you would think that Vincent has an easy shot so KD doesn't give up on the contest.
Perfect. And the greatest thing about Kevin Durant, we said this in the Open, is how much he loves the game of basketball. And a big factor in why this team is put together the way it is because Kevin Durant decided he wanted to play in the Olympics one more time, and everybody else raised their hand.
Well, the thing is Carmelo has 3 golds, and Kevin could have 3 golds. Durant also will end up being the all-time leading scorer leader in Olympic history. When you have Jerry West and Michael Jordan and LeBron James being number 1 in that list as a U.S. male athlete, it's pretty impressive.
It is.
So Okogie again, an off-guard defender for the T-Wolves, having to kind of initiate here for Nigeria. Nwamu all the way to the iron.
Yeah, he's been impressive.
Between Caleb Agata and Ike Nwamu, they've got some swing guys that really can score. Lillard, that's a warm-up 3. And NBA guys, don't miss those.
Well, but a good delivery by Kevin Durant. He went cross-court because he saw Lillard with the daylight.
Paula looking for Achua out at the elbow. A little two-man action here, but if you're going to pick on Durant and Adebayo, you're going to have a problem. And KD with the steal beautifully.
Good job of switching right there. Good effort.
Durant an open three, rattled that out. Okogie with the rebound. To install offenses in a short period of time, is basketball the same language? And there's pet plays that guys all know from different teams?
Yes, and you know when you see it most, you yourself, is when guys get traded from one team to another.
Right. What do you call that play?
Yeah, exactly. Floppy, horns
down.
up.
Yep.
So they got the nomenclature down. Now it's the chemistry, which is forming.
7:56 remaining in the third, and the United States up 7. For United States teams to come together, it's camaraderie, chemistry, and cohesion. And in the two-man game and the different actions they run, that's what Greg Popovich is instilling, and also seeing who plays well off each other.
Yeah, exactly. And we know these guys, although they're great offensive players, we know they're going to be unselfish, but it's a matter of just building that trust and chemistry. And there you see the ball movement. 4 of the 5 offensive players for Team USA handle the ball, and Kevin Durant giving it up and finding a guy that makes a lot of those. Dame Lillard.
So Lillard, the drop pass to Adebayo,
Nice.
and then the roll to Beal.
Yep.
Little tic-tac-toe.
Yep.
Nicely done.
That's another one of those 45-degree cuts we talked about. And great footwork by Bam Adebayo on what we call a short roll.
And Adebayo and Draymond Green are great passers after
Yes.
they roll, which makes them doubly dangerous.
So I think Draymond's the best in the league at that.
Went off of Akpala right to Gabe Vincent. Shot clock at 3. Okogie from deep and well contested by Tatum.
This is great now. Watch the short roll and the catch. Right there, hit him. And then watch the cut from the weak side. That's what we call a 45-degree cut, because it's 45 degrees from where he is to the basket, but the short roll is great.
This is the best sign after Zach LaVine tweaked the ankle. The fact that he'd come back and play really is exciting, because Jared Colangelo at halftime, you could tell there was some trepidation.
Yep.
Lillard again. An off iron, and here comes Nwamu out of the pack. Nigeria has never walked it up. They have pushed it at every opportunity, and Gabe Vincent strokes another 3.
Well, the theory behind that is if we have to play against that length and a half court like Durant, like LaVine, we got to push it and run and get those kind of shots that Gabe Vincent's been knocking down all night.
LaVine with the step back, rattled that out. Achua with the rebound, and you hit on it, Frank. Going against a set U.S. defense, that can be a problem.
Not smart. And Mike told us yesterday, we are going to run.
Vincent, Durant respecting that 3. Precious Achua, they'll dare him, and he hits a triple. How about that?
And again, he hit it on his Miami Heat teammate, Bam Adebayo.
Durant turn and fade, and for Vincent, that's a win. You just hope Kevin missed. Hey, he did. I played good D. He's not going to contest it at his length. Nwamu. And the 3s for Nigeria have been really a story for the first couple minutes of the ball game, and they've tied it up.
This is impressive. We knew they would be well coached, but the effort, the energy, the athleticism, and the togetherness has been impressive.
And Okogie, that time Gabe Vincent nearly had that. Get it inside, and Bam Adebayo rings the register plus the foul.
Again, good ball movement right there, passing up a good shot for a better shot for a great shot, the dunk by Bam at the rim.
So for Nigeria, when you're staying with the United States, you can't just trade baskets. You got to come up with some stops, but then you got to run it back. They're 7 of 10 and 7 of 18 on threes. That's more than representative.
Oh, no question. And I just love the confidence they're playing with. Even Precious Achua, not a great shooter, but capable, knocking it down. Vincent has been on fire all night. And watch this just catch and shoot right there.
So now for Precious Achua, his parents are Pentecostal ministers. So his two brothers are God's gift and promise. And his sisters are Grace and Peace, and his first name is Precious. And I will just say, for the Achua family with Donatus and Eunice, they have knocked it out of the park in naming their children.
Well, God's gift was a really good player at St. John's. Precious came over in 8th grade, and this is what I want to show you, Bob. That is a reasonable opportunity for Nigeria to do something no African team has ever done, which is get out of pool play. Yes, Australia, worthy of maybe winning a medal. Germany, Bo Wagner. Italy, Danilo Gallinari. But the way we're watching this Nigeria team tonight, and you're going to see them, I'm going to see them in Tokyo, I'm impressed.
Yeah, I really think that this tournament is going to be played at such a high level because all the qualifying tournaments, the last 4, the home countries lost. Canada lost. You had Lithuania lose. You had Croatia lose. You had Serbia lose. So if there's any kind of teams that are on a roll, you got to give it up for Italy and the Czech Republic and Slovenia and Luka Doncic.
You know, Greg Popovich said yesterday, Luka Doncic and 4 hard-playing guys can cause people problems in Tokyo.
Well, Steve Kerr would say, along with John Paxson, what's the greatest backcourt ever? Michael Jordan and anybody.
Yes.
You know, same type of thing.
You know, Slovenia, for ACC fans, has a kid who's a naturalized citizen, Mike Tobey.
Yes.
Big kid who can shoot
He's the center
ball.
and he rolls.
Yeah, and he's been very effective for that Slovenia team.
And you know who really loves Mike Tobey? Play-by-play guys, because the pronunciation
It's easy.
for Slovenian players, Mike Tobey is really easy. I'll take it.
You don't want to say Jaka Lakovic?
It's for Lithuania. Once Šarūnas Jasikevičius retired, I was really happy. Bayudo back in. And Vincent. That's the 8th made 3 for Nigeria.
This guy, we talked about him earlier. I've always loved his game. The intensity level, he's a leader for this team, and he's knocking down shots. He only shot 31% for the Heat this year, which was unusual. He's a better shooter than that.
Draymond Green is checked in to play with Lillard and Levine, Jeremy Grant and Durant. Shot clock down to 3. Jeremy Grant had to create something out of nothing, nearly got his own rebound, but for Nigeria, playing the defense as Chimezi Metu comes the other way. You just see Draymond Green knock that away. He can guard anyone 1 through 5.
He may have to start guarding Gabe Vincent because Gabe Vincent has been on fire. Take a look. Miami Heat's Gabe Vincent, who has worked his way into the NBA. Impressive tonight. There's that matchup.
Josh Okogie, I'd say Euro step, but he went back the other way. And Epeyudo setting up Nwamu, rattling that out. And Durant the rebound. Draymond running. And tied up for a jump ball. This is a good play defensively. For younger players, they tend to slap or reach. Okogie just put the vice in, and you have alternate possession in international play. You don't have the jump ball after the opening tip.
Well, you made the point earlier. Josh Okogie has made his way into the NBA based on that toughness and the defensive ability. Drafted once by Tom Thibodeau in Minnesota for that reason.
Say, he had vice-like grip there. That's good strength.
Man, that looked good.
Vincent was running back. He thought that was in. He's been that hot, but we're even as Durant is able to collect himself. Those kind of falls make you hold your breath a little bit.
Bob, I told you earlier, Kevin Durant. I worked for Rick Barnes, Coach Kevin Durant at Texas, and the summer before his freshman year, Coach Barnes called me and said, "I got the best player in the country." I said, "You mean you got the best freshman in the country?" He said, "No, I've got the best player in the country."
Well, how about that Brooklyn-Milwaukee 7-game series?
Yeah.
48 and 49 for KD, the best Game 7 scoring output ever in NBA history. You had Harden banged up, you didn't have Kyrie, and Kevin Durant nearly willed his team to the finals.
Yes, he did.
And to come off the Achilles injury and to play at the level Kevin is playing, and then to commit to Team USA speaks to just the pride he has in his game, and also WNBA, college basketball, NBA. I don't know if I've met a player who loves the game more than Kevin Durant.
Yeah, no question. By the way, that ball knocked off the rim.
That's legal.
That is legal in FIBA. The fans not really sure of that rule.
Yeah, offense or defense. There's no basket interference and there's no goaltending. I'm curious, there's no defensive 3-second violation, so you can camp in a traditional 2-3 zone.
Absolutely, and it happens, and it will happen to this team. Take
That's
a look
it.
right there. That's
Black it
legal.
away.
Now, you cannot block it on the way down before it hits the rim. Otherwise, we'd be swatting jump shots. But once it's hit the rim, it's a live ball.
So Darius Garland is on the select team. He is checked in here because the U.S. is down 3 bodies that are playing in the finals. Chimezie Metu able to hit the 3. You know Darius Garland from the Cleveland Cavaliers, and Nigeria on top.
This is starting to get interesting. We've already been impressed with Nigeria, but I don't think anybody saw this coming.
You see the decision-making for Draymond there, and the rotation of Levine, who cashes it in.
You remember at halftime, we had him mic'd up, and he said, I made 50% of these corner threes this year. He just showed you why.
It's 22 feet and shorter, and guys can knock him down.
Oh,
Okoye spinning. That's good defense by Levine. Moved his feet, came up with a steal. Spectacular. Ball on the deck, and you're going to get a foul and not the tie-up. Now, so as the ball moves around and guys have their sweet spots, and the mic'd up section showed it. Zach Levine, hey, I love the corner 3.
That's my shot. And Zach getting after it defensively as well. And I really think he's got a chance to be a terrific two-way role player for this USA team.
Okay, so I'm going to presage this during the free throws. One of the great legends of the Dream Team in Barcelona is in the camp in Monaco. Chuck Daly let the college kids beat the Dream Team in a little scrimmage for about 20 minutes. Then the next day, the college kids didn't score for the first 12 minutes, and that was it.
That's right.
Greg Popovich doesn't want to have a loss to Nigeria in an exhibition game to motivate his team.
No.
We're way beyond that in 2021. And so for the United States, anytime they get beaten internationally, it's a huge deal. And they don't want to deal with that.
No, but I thought it was prescient that Jerry Colangelo told us at halftime that he was really impressed with this Nigeria.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, you said it from the moment they took the court and the warm-ups and the organization and the way they've gone about it. It's a credit to Mike Brown and a credit to these players. That's an offensive foul. As you had the illegal screen set on the elbow, and Caleb Agata, who's normally popping out for that screen.
Exactly.
Got a little too physical.
Yeah, and he's not used to screening. You lead the Israeli Winter League in scoring, they're usually screening for you.
Nigeria, a country of 200 million people, and the pride that they have in the D Tigers. They would love to see them be the first African country to win a medal in the Olympics. Coming upon the 2-minute mark here in the third. The U.S. clinging to the 2-point lead. There's Caleb Agata rolling it up and in.
You know what I loved about that? Efe Udoh was right there at the rim because he was allowed to touch that ball and tip it in, but Agata's been really impressive. 26 years old, from Canada, Canadian-Nigerian.
Zach Levine, the air ball as Udoh played the defense. Okoye pushed it the other way. As they met to another 3. You look at Agata slice in for the rebound.
Yeah, right now, they're out hustling Team USA.
They played 14 guys. They should be a little fresher.
Oh, he double dribbled.
Garland got away with it. Jeremy Grant, tough take inside and well defended at the iron. But the game kind of hanging there, even at 60. A shorter international game with only 10-minute quarters. If you're the underdog, you just want to hang in the contest, and they've done that. Garland commits the foul.
Good ball movement, and there you see Caleb Agata driving down the lane. Former University of Ottawa star. Most of those Canadian kids migrate south to the NCAA, but they have good basketball in CIS.
Well, you mentioned that he led the Israeli league in scoring, and so you get into that kind of rhythm, like, all right, you need me to be a scorer on this team? That's my role. And Agata has it now. Drop it to Metu. Draymond met him up top.
Draymond said something to him about it.
Jeremy Grant flipping it up and in.
Yep.
There's the end-to-end play. The defense triggering the fast break.
Yeah, but I think those three guys, Grant, Levine, and Green, are going to be a big factor defensively. By the way, Sadiq Bey in now for Team USA, the outstanding young player from the Pistons.
Another select player.
Well, you've seen this for about a decade.
The defensive player of the year a couple years ago, first team all defense this year, and Day, Draymond Green up top meeting Chimezie Metu, and let me remind you who I am defensively. That's what he had to say. And he is one of the most incredible defenders, whether it's Kawhi, Draymond, Rudy Gobert, is the elite of the elite in our game. Chimezie Metu.
Boy,
Tonight at the iron, he steps out to the three-point line, and Nigeria has the lead.
I did not see that when he played at USC. He was more of a back-to-the-basket guy.
Draymond will pick up the foul.
I'm going to put you on the spot. Do you think Draymond will ultimately be in Naismith Hall of Fame?
Absolutely, because remember, the Basketball Hall of Fame takes your collegiate career, your international career, and your NBA career. So he's got a gold medal already. He's got 3 championships. He's a 3-time All-Star. He didn't have a bad career with Izzo at Michigan State.
He's pretty good.
The resume is long. Straight out of Saginaw. Steve Kerr has said Draymond Green is the heartbeat of the Warriors. Now, Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Kevin Durant, were the talent in the elite. But this is the heartbeat. He is the motor.
Do you know that he once committed to the University of Kentucky and Tubby Smith?
I did not know that.
When Tubby Smith left Kentucky, Izzo, my buddy Tom Izzo, realizing the mistake of his ways, said, "We got a scholarship for you."
That was a great story. I did not know that.
Yep.
I'm glad the Saginaw, Michigan native stayed. The final 6 seconds of the third. Agata from deep, and he hits a three.
He's making some money tonight.
I tell you,
Oh,
Garland
man.
hit the deck. And so we will head into the fourth quarter with Nigeria up 66-64.
Oh, man.
The United States is showing stretches of good basketball, but the D Tigers have come with some bites.
Oh, man. This kid's going to be in the Summer League in the NBA, so remember the name, Caleb Agata.
Coach, I don't think you could have scripted better 3 quarters. You're playing 14 guys, and the level of play for Team Nigeria has been fantastic.
You know, the one thing that our guys have been giving us from day one is the effort. The effort level has been tremendous, and if we give effort and try to play fast, we haven't played as fast as we're capable of, then good things can happen. So I'm excited with the guys right now.
Mike, your pregame warm-up looked like an NBA pregame warm-up. It really did. Very organized. Your kids were locked in. What do you like about what they're doing over 3 quarters?
You know what? They're trying to play for one another. You know, we don't necessarily have the scores that obviously USA has, and so we got to score by committee. Not only do we have to score by committee, but we have to use our length, our athleticism to get up in guys' chests. And if we foul, we foul. But I love the effort. I love the focus, and I love that we're playing for one another. Hopefully we can do it for one more quarter.
Thanks for stopping, Coach. We appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, guys.
An early foul after Garland turned it over. Now, Jerry Colangelo said Nigeria has really improved. I want to put this in perspective. In the 2012 Olympics, the United States beat Nigeria 156-73. Okay,
that was the Mello.
That was the record setter.
Anthony coming out party.
Now that team did not have, Ike Diagu was their one NBA player. You have multiple NBA players on this team, Nigeria, but in 9 years, they have come a long way. Mello had 37 in that game, was the Olympic record.
You know, Fitz, I think
it's an offensive foul on Metu, and so Nigeria turns it over.
Yeah, a little hook right there. I think if you're the other 10 teams in this Olympic tournament, you are going to be blown away by what you see on tape tonight, because we don't know what's going to happen in the next 9 minutes, but I know this team is way better than that team that you saw in London.
Well, the other thing, too, is Team USA has played at a high level. There have been a lot of good Team USA plays as Grant misses the corner 3. And it's a beautiful play by Sadiq Bey. And dropping it into Levine to lay it up and in.
Well, that's what Sadiq Bey did at Villanova, and that's what he did this year for Troy Weaver's Pistons, who's here tonight watching Jahlil Okafor, who I believe is injured. That's why we haven't seen Jahlil just yet.
Well, Jahlil had a family member pass away, so he's been away at the services the past week, and Mike didn't want to put him at an injury risk.
Oh, boy.
I'll tell you what, Caleb Okada.
Yep.
I mean, have a coming out party.
My buddy Roland Barrett up there in Canada, I don't think they necessarily missed on this kid. But he could have gone and played for the Canadian team, too. I just don't think a lot of people know how good he's gotten.
They're not getting Israeli league games.
No. They don't have synergy? Everybody has synergy.
Clock at 8. Draymond thought about playing a little bully ball. Now directing traffic is Garland floating it up and in. Tough finish.
Yes.
Darius Garland. We have a couple select team players playing with Grant, Green, and Levine. It's Sadiq Bey and Darius Garland. But you've got an 8-minute ball game even at 68. Coaches keep track of deflections. That'll be Nigeria ball with Zach Levine. Good ball pressure there.
Watch this drive right here. High off the glass over the shot blocker by the youngster from Vanderbilt and the Cleveland Cavs, Darius Garland, whose dad played
Winston Garland.
Yep, Winston for Warriors, right?
He did.
He was a Warrior.
Just made me feel really old there. Thanks for that, friend. Caleb Agata is fouled on the drive before the shot.
Hey, I want to take you back to the 2020 NBA draft. You ready? Here are the kids with Nigerian roots. Isaac Okoro, Onyeka Okongwu, 5th and 6th picks. How about Precious Achua? Udoka Azubuike, first-round pick of the Jazz. Zeke Najali. Desmond Bain could have been playing
for Memphis.
Daniel Aturo. Jordan Nwora, who will be on this team. He's now with the Milwaukee Bucks. And this team almost had Monte Morris as its point guard, but Monte was injured late in the year.
But you're talking 9 guys in one draft with Nigerian lineage. Stanley Okoye, good contest by Sadiq Bey. Rebound battle still loose and batted back out. So Nigeria, another opportunity. And Regbu unable to finish. Goodness, what a follow. Stanley Okoye up top. And Draymond will draw the blocking foul.
Well,
You think Nigeria wants to win this game?
And I would say this, Bob, in the last, maybe since the middle of the third quarter to this point, they are outworking Team USA. This is all effort plays right now. Loose balls, 50-50 balls. Watch the attack of the rim, and then no block out right here, and the finish by Stanley Okoye.
And so now Durant and Damian Lillard coming back in. Really think in crunch time, Lillard, Durant, Tatum, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal. I got 5 bucket getters when it really matters.
Yeah. But they've got to get Booker to Tokyo.
Yeah, that's true.
In one piece.
Draymond really improved his free throwing this year, pushed it up near 80%. And internationally, you've got to make these.
Yes.
And he did. Dropped in 2 there. We're even at 70 now. There's Draymond out top. And there's the defense with the shot clock at 7.
Gotta go.
Mie Oni. And he will get the foul on Durant. But you want to talk about guarding someone 1 through 5.
Yes.
Draymond Green just put on a clinic.
Watch what he does here at the end. He keeps his body away from the driver. He's going to get his body off of him and reaches back with verticality. That's a great play. You've seen that a few times.
Obi Emagano says no one in Spain or France guards like that.
You see that about 10 times a night. You're spoiled.
He'll guard Giannis and then go guard Jeff Teague. And how about the finish inside? Caleb Lagana is developing a fan base here in Vegas.
Let me tell you something. Draymond better start guarding him because this kid is making money. I don't know, Beersheba, the team he played for in Israel, is so long, folks, because he's out of there.
Oh, Bradley Beal did everything but the finish.
Here comes Agata.
Caleb Agata again, and Draymond got him.
I told you he's got to be guarding him.
Push ahead to Lillard. We have 6.5 left with the U.S. down a deuce. Tatum. Right now, you just get the sense Tatum, Beal, Lillard, and Durant. With Draymond at the 5, this might be kind of the closing unit here.
Well, this is a good lesson for Team USA because they have to play now.
Catch and shoot 3 dropped in. Mie Oni. The 3-point shooting for Nigeria has been spectacular.
Absolutely. They love Leone in Utah. Still developing.
17 threes for the D-Tigers. Durant on the baseline, and Durant is fouled.
Caleb Agata just said to himself, I just fouled Kevin Durant. That's pretty cool. Watch this shooting right here. Catch and shoot. Mie Oni, former Ivy League Player of the Year, did not have a Division I scholarship coming out of high school in L.A., went to prep school, and James Jones, who, by the way, is helping Jamie Dixon coach in Latvia. USA Under-19 team will play for the gold tomorrow.
Well, Mie Oni really suffered academically as he went to Yale. It seemed to work out okay.
He was heading to Williams College and then his family couldn't afford the Williams College tuition. So somebody said, well, why don't you just go to prep school and maybe you'll earn a scholarship. And although the Ivy League doesn't give scholarships, they do give need-based aid. And that young man had 3 great years for the Elis.
So Durant, an 88% career free thrower, hits them both, and it's a 1-point game. Koye dropping it off to Oni, who just hit that last 3. Extra step. Good defense by Beal. Knocked away. Beal getting on the deck and then getting it to Durant. You don't want to hold it with that alternate possession. And then KD is fouled. Remember, after the opening tip, you don't have jump balls, and so that possession arrow becomes pretty critical.
You're not used to that if you play in the NBA, but watch the effort here. You see Jason Tatum, and this is just tremendous effort by Bradley Beal, who told Jerry Colangelo, I want to be a defensive stopper. And Kobe Bryant, the late, great Kobe Bryant, said the same thing back in 2008.
One knocked away. It'll still remain. Now, think of Jason Tatum wearing Kobe's number 10. In the Olympics, the numbers are different. And Tatum is wearing one of the most hallowed Team USA jerseys there is.
Can I tell you a great story about Kobe Bryant in the Olympics? Tony Ronzoni was the scout for that team, and he put together a clip of Leandro Barbosa scoring on Kobe in the NBA. And they were playing Brazil, and he showed Kobe the tape. Kobe was upset. Coach K said, he gave the lineup matchups, and Kobe wasn't guarding Barbosa. He said, Coach K, I got Barbosa. And that's the kind of tone he set for that USA team that won the gold back in 2008.
Inside 5 minutes, Nigeria with a 1 point lead in the ball. 7 lead changes, 3 ties. Biaoni having it knocked away, and it's still Nigeria ball with 4 to shoot. Why does this not feel like an exhibition? 4:46 left in a game that seems like it matters to both teams.
They comfortable. They really dope too. Win a gold in these gonna be fire.
Olympic basketball on NBC Sports, brought to you by Nike. Nike Play New. And we have something really special happening on a Saturday night in Las Vegas, where it's not just the weather that's only hot. Nigeria is 17 of 36 on threes. And Caleb Agata, Gabe Vincent, and friends have Nigeria poised for an historic upset.
Well, no fear factor from the Tigers team, which, as you mentioned, Bob, just 11 years ago was beaten by 1,000 in London. It seemed that way. But I love the poise of this team. And around the world right now, people are going to be talking about this game, win or lose, for Nigeria.
So 4:46 left, only 4 to shoot here. Inbound to Benege with the shot clock at 1. And the U.S., remember, you play through the 24-second violation on the air ball. Durant, off back iron, and you're not stopping it. You just hope he misses, and it was a little strong. Bayudo on the kick out. Catch and shoot 3. Off back iron. Right now, running back. You're thinking of Regbu's, he really wanted that 3. And Lillard trying to answer. We got a foul on the rebound as Adebayo went for the board beyond the United States.
I think we're going to find out from the U.S. right now. This is an exhibition game, but we are going to find out who is actually going to take over this game, because there's guys out there in Tatum and Lillard and KD that can certainly do that. And don't forget Bradley Beal.
So 4 minutes of crunch time with Nigeria up 1 with the ball. Jime Moniki, Biaoni, catch and shoot. They're trying to live at the 3-point line right now, but Benege missing there.
I'm interested right here to see where USA goes when they need a basket.
Bradley Beal sizes up Benajay, shot clock at 10. Durant again. So KD off back iron, off front iron. So they've gone to Durant twice. Tony will drop in a 3. So it's a 2-possession game. KD is 2 of 10 in the game. 18 made threes for Nigeria.
I don't mean to belabor this, Bob. We might be watching history right now.
Durant floating, make it 2 of 11.
And Mike Brown still wants him to run, even though they've got the lead. Oni was a little hesitant to push.
3 minutes here. The United States need to dig in defensively. Regbu with the shot clock at 7. And Durant had the block, but it'll be called for the foul, and so free throws coming for the D Tigers. Micah Regbu plays in France. He went to Washington State collegiately. He was undrafted in 2017. This will be his first Olympics. Haven't had a lot of fouls in the game. It's the story is Nigeria's three-point shooting and the fact that KD's been a little cold.
Yep. Yeah, but 2 for 10, I believe.
2 for 11 on that last shot.
That's right, yeah.
So if the U.S. is going to avoid a monumental upset, they've got work to do in the final 2:53. Lillard will hear the whistle and get to the line.
They said 2 straight screens for James from midcourt to get him going to the basket and get to the line. That's what he's going to do.
So United States timeout, 2:46 down 6. Lillard free throws coming. This has been an incredible performance by Nigeria. They have taken USA all the way to the finish line. Nigeria's largest lead of the game is right now at 6. And the United States have scuffled offensively. Just opportunities have gone astray. Nigeria took the lead with 4 seconds left at the end of 3, and they've held the lead throughout the 4th quarter.
Yeah, but USA, you get shots like that for Kevin Durant, usually knocking them down. Not tonight. And all of a sudden, we're 2 minutes and 46 seconds away from what would be, for the continent of Africa, from a basketball standpoint, in the country of Nigeria, a huge, huge statement.
Lillard dropping in the free throw. Now, the United States will play Australia on Monday. They will play Argentina on Tuesday, Australia again Friday, and then Spain. So they have a 5-game exhibition sequence. Lillard missed the second free throw and then was fouled after he got the rebound. Another opportunity here.
In a normal NBA night that you're used to seeing, 2 minutes and 44 seconds, a team can score 16 points.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
It just doesn't feel that way right now. We'll see what happens, but USA certainly has that firepower.
It's a great crowd here, and there's almost a pensive feeling on, are we watching something monumental? As Lillard drops in the free throw. Damian Lillard, his first Olympics, the 6-time All-Star, the 89% career free thrower. He drops them both in, and that will get Draymond Green into the game. So a single possession ball game. And if you're Nigeria, you're looking at the clock, and 2:43 is a long time.
It sure is. And now we've talked about how well they pushed the ball tonight. Now they're going to have to execute in the half court.
So Regbu holding, Zach LaVine on him, shot clock at 15.
Oh, he tried to get it into the post, couldn't do it. Good defense.
On the kick out, a Regbu open three, and he got it! The 20th three of the night for Nigeria.
Great drive and kick by Benajay, and a Regbu got caught sneaking into the corner.
Durant on the kick out, Lillard finding Tatum. And Tatum all the way to the iron and hung on iron and fell off. 6-point lead in the Balls would wind down to 2 minutes.
And Efe Udoh, a lot of experience for a big guy who can handle it.
Ime Moniki dropping it off to a Regbu. Shot clock down to 7. And that ball out of bounds off the United States. It remained Nigeria ball with 7 to shoot.
Well, this has been the story of the night. The drive, the kick, and knocking down the deep ball. The 20th three. And then this is the other story, Bob. Missed opportunities by Team USA.
7 seconds on the shot clock.
60 of their 83 points coming from beyond the arc. Only 6 to shoot. A step back three and rattles in. And so Michael Benajay gives Nigeria their largest lead with only 104 seconds left in the game.
Yeah, great defense too. Big shot. Stay tuned, folks. This is historic.
Rand avoided the turnover. His three, an answer. KD, his first three of the night. 5-point game. Oniki denied by Durant, and he touched it last.
Good ball movement. This is more like the Kevin Durant that we know.
So Caleb Agata will check in. He's been the leading scorer for Nigeria. 11 to shoot, 1:20 left. 5-point lead in the ball for the D Tigers. Efe Udoh holding. Regbu hit the corner three. Buries another one. The 3-point shooting for Nigeria. Scintillating. Durant answers with a three. 5-point game at the 1-minute mark.
USA, this is the biggest stop of the game.
They need to pitch a shutout for the United States. Vincent holding, leading clock with a shot clock at 7. Regbu's hit the 2 big threes. Draymond knocked it away. Lillard push ahead. Durant's in full flight to lay it up and out, but draw the foul.
Terrific hands by Draymond because it looked like Regbu was about to get to the rim. Take a look right here. And KD with a chance to cut this lead.
So 43.6 left, down 5. Durant 2 free throws coming. Durant had been 0 for 3, had been 2 for 11. He buries the last 2 threes. He's fouled here on the drive. And rainbows in the free throw. The 11-time All-Star, the 4-time scoring champ, 2-time Finals MVP, MVP of the league, and he makes them both. Single possession game, 40 ticks left. Regu on Draymond Green. Vincent comes to get it. Faces up on Lillard. Shot clock down to 7. Gabe Vincent on the drive. Tatum stepped in and knocked it away. Still Nigeria ball with 4 to shoot.
Mike Brown's got 2 timeouts. He can use it because it's a dead ball. Is he going to take it?
And he will use a timeout right now. Protecting the 3-point lead. Only 4 to shoot with 23.2 left. People know about the United States and Russia in hockey. This is the basketball version tonight.
Hi, I'm Kelsey Plum, and I'm from Poway, California.
Plum, crossed her, and she sauced her.
When I put on the jersey, first of all, I think I represent, obviously, the U.S., you know. It's a lot bigger than just me. It's really about the name on the front, not the back. I represent young girls out there that want to be me someday. So I think that there's a lot of groups that I try to put forth that effort and intensity and the performance level. So, you know, I try to make them proud.
Up 3. 23.2 left. 4 to shoot for the guys in green. Nigeria in a single possession game. This will be a huge play coming out of the timeout for Mike Brown.
I'm excited to see what they run to get the look. And remember, Bob, if USA can get a stop, do they go for the 3 or do they get a quick 2? FAU will be involved some way in this play. Just watch.
Caleb Agata won't inbound with Udo, Aregu, Casey Akpala, and Gabe Vincent. Still looking. They get it to Udo. His wing jumper off iron. Draymond Green the rebound. Team USA needs a 3 to tie, and they will foul Durant. Now, they're over the limit, so this will be free throws with 16.5.
Yep, and that was a foul by design by Gabe Vincent. He was not going to give up the 3 ball to Durant. He's going to make him earn it at the foul line. And now Team USA, if Durant makes both, is going to have to press and foul.
So what is interesting is with the threes made by Nigeria at 21, they're only 4 of 6 free throwing. The United States is 24 of 29. So the 2 different lines, 3-point line one, free throw line the other. Each team has a timeout remaining. Durant makes it a 1-point game.
Pressure, try to steal it, and then you're going to have to foul quickly.
16.5. Nigeria clinging to the 1-point lead. Vincent's got it in the backcourt. Draymond Green will foul him there with 13.2.
USA is going to force Gabe Vincent to make 2, but remember, if they're up 3, Nigeria will come right back and foul USA again.
He's an 87% free thrower with the Miami Heat. Internationally, you're right. If he makes them both, they don't give up threes internationally. They foul all the time protecting the 3-point lead. Vincent is 1 of 2 free throwing tonight. Nigeria's only attempted 6 free throws in the game. And drops it in.
What a night this kid's had. If you're